Hello everyone, we have the Savage Soufflé beast. So I just want to go ahead and look at the skills here. I'm going to start with the main skill of Flavorful Frenzy. When you unlock this beast at level 0, so essentially when you get this beast, Savage Soufflé summons candy clouds, restoring the energy of all allied heroes by 100 points. Savage Soufflé then rains down marzipan meteors, damaging all enemies 3 times for 200% of its attack rating. Whenever heroes on either side use or lose energy, Savage Soufflé will gain bonus beast energy. So restoring the energy of allied heroes by 100 points, that's quite a bit of energy points to restore there. I think especially for a beast to restore 100 points, that's very powerful. Also doing quite a bit of damage with the marzipan meteors, dealing damage 3 times for 200% of its attack rating. And then also when the heroes on either side use or lose energy, he will gain bonus beast energy as well. So being able to use that beast energy there to do these skills again. And unlocking at level 6 here, Savage Soufflé cake-fies one enemy, turning them into strawberry cakes that cannot attack for 5 seconds. Savage Soufflé will prioritize enemy heroes that have dealt the most total damage and are not immune to control effects. So doing some crowd control right here as well, cake-fying an enemy hero, allowing them to not attack for 5 seconds. That's 5 whole seconds of not being it for the enemy to not be able to attack. And prioritizing enemies that have dealt the most damage as well. So yeah, taking out the enemy that has dealt the most damage. And unlocking the Savage Soufflé at level 12, Candy Clouds will drop 5 Boom Boom Buns on the battlefield. Boom Boom Buns will explode after 5 seconds or whenever a hero goes near it, damaging all nearby enemy heroes for 250% of Savage Soufflé's attack rating and immobilizing them for 2 seconds. So doing even more damage here, dropping 5 of these Boom Boom Buns on the battlefield, and so all 5 of these have a chance to explode nearby enemy heroes for 200% of Savage Soufflé's attack rating, also immobilizing these enemy heroes for 2 seconds, so even more crowd control on top of the level 6 here. So doing a lot of damage here, also doing even more crowd control like I said. And then finally, unlocking this skill at level 18, cake-fied targets take 35% extra damage and have their defense ratings reduced by 35%, up to 35% of Savage Soufflé's defense rating whenever they change shape or not, whether they change shape or not for 5 seconds. So allowing these cake-fied heroes to take extra damage and also reducing their defense rating here. And yeah, this is actually this to me is quite a bit of extra damage for them to take, and also quite a bit of a defense rating reduction here for a beast. And it does this for 5 seconds, so again, quite a long time I feel for this to happen. Yeah, you definitely can make the most of this, definitely can do a lot of damage to these cake-fied targets. Overall, Flavorful Frenzy sounds like a very good skill. Honestly, unlocking this at level 18 sounds like the best option because this sounds very powerful. Let's go ahead and look at these 3 skills here. We'll start with the basic training. Unlocking at level 3 increases the energy recovery of allied heroes to 150 while Candy Clouds are on the battlefield. So giving the energy recovery an even bigger boost for the allied heroes here with this skill, which is very nice. And we have the intermediate training. 1 additional target can be cake-fied when you unlock at level 9. So instead of 1 enemy target being cake-fied, now you have 2 enemy targets being cake-fied, giving even more crowd control. And also back to this Flavorful Frenzy, cake-fied targets take extra damage and have their defense rating reduced. That's another hero to have that happen to, which allows for even more damage to take place from the allied heroes. And we have finally the advanced trading, unlocking at level 15. When Boom Boom Buns explode, they dispel most energy recovery restriction / reduction effects from nearby allied heroes and restore their energy by 100 points. So not only do the candy clouds are able to give allied heroes energy points, but now the Boom Boom Buns can give allied heroes some energy points here. Also dispelling most energy recovery restriction and reduction effects as well, so allowing the allied heroes to get even more energy here. So not only do the Boom Boom Buns now they negatively affect the enemies, but they also positively affect the allied heroes as well, so getting not only the enemy heroes near those Boom Boom Buns, but also getting the allied heroes near those Boom Boom Buns will be beneficial for you. Overall, Savage Soufflé sounds very powerful, sounds like a beast that you most definitely will need. Some heroes that I think this would be useful with, I think this would be useful for some like crowd control comps like Iran, Skryeth, Mishka, Leonardo da Vinci. That kind of team could benefit from this because they need energy. They need the energy to be able to use their ultimate so that they can go ahead and essentially stun lock the entire team. And also the Savage Soufflé also doing some crowd control here as well with some of her skills could also make it easier for, in my opinion, could make it easier for the crowd control comps to be able to stun lock the entire enemy team. Yeah, really any hero that needs to do their ultimate pretty fast, honestly, I think could work with the Savage Soufflé. Overall, this sounds like a very overpowered beast. I feel like this beast has a lot of potential to do a lot for your team. Hey, if you like my content, make sure to subscribe, and if you want to watch my newest video, check out the video that's on screen now, and thanks for watching.